So I met this guy, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, for sure.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. I thought you were gonna cry.
No, really?
I was like, what are you
Easy,
doing?
Tiger. Fortunately, I met Natasha.
I might need this.
I'm so sorry I said that.
This is so weird. How are you gonna you gotta cut this off.
No, we're not cutting it out.
Hey guys, welcome back to my full house. So today I have my husband here with me. I know recently I just did a live video Q&A on just a lot of your guys' questions and comments, and I wanted to have my husband come on, and I thought it would be fun for y'all to get to know us, a little bit about him individually, a little bit about me individually, and then kind of like how we met and all that good stuff. So if you are interested in this video, keep watching and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. All right.
Well,
So you want to ask me questions first, or should I ask you questions first?
let's start with me. You ask me questions first.
Okay. So what is your name?
My name is Daniel. Daniel.
Okay.
And
All right. Like in the Bible, Daniel?
yes. I think my mom named me after Daniel in the Bible. So
Okay.
names have meaning.
Yeah.
So I'm happy she picked the name Daniel.
It's a good, strong name.
Right.
So how old are you?
I am 36, going on 37.
Okay. So we're only to go into this like a little bit of him and I situation too. We're only 9 months apart.
Yeah.
So I just turned 36. In 3 months, he'll be 37, you old man.
Yeah, that's my old lady right here.
I'm not old. You're old. So,
I can
okay.
call her old lady now. That's awesome.
All right. So, did you
Okay.
always want a big family?
I am the only child, so I never really thought about it. I mean, it's just always been me. But when we dated, we would talk about having a big family, and I was never opposed.
What was big, like 4 or 5?
Well,
in
you
your
told me,
mind?
you were like, I want a big family. I'm like, yeah, me too.
I don't think we
I
really
really
had a
wanted to
number.
get with her, you know. So she would say, because she's like, you know, when we dated, we talked about this stuff, and she wanted to know. I think you asked me the same question then, if I wanted a big family, and I was like, hey, I don't know. And you're like, well, I want one. I'm like, well, I do too, you know. And I didn't think we would have 8 children, but it's awesome. It's
Didn't
great.
think
It's a blessing, but I didn't expect no 8 kids out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so did I expect a big family? No, I did not. But I am
We
not
got
happy.
one.
Yeah, but
I didn't either, though. I didn't expect 8. I think big to me, I mean, my mom had 8. 2 didn't make it, well, she didn't have 8. She had a couple miscarriages and a stillborn. But yeah, I didn't think we would have 8. So.
But yeah, so big family, didn't expect it. But was it God's will? I think it is.
What do you do for a living?
I am a railroader. I am an electrician, and I fix and repair locomotives. That's what I do.
Do you like it?
Do I like my job? I would say I like it. I'm not super passionate about it. But
Fair enough.
yeah, but it pays the bills. So,
If you had your dream job, what would it be?
ooh, my dream job. You know, it's crazy. I never thought about that. Like, one day I want to be a lawyer or a police officer. I never had a.
You like working out.
Well, I always wanted to be a basketball player when I was a kid, but I never grew past 5'11", so I didn't work out, and that dream went down the drain.
Because of your height?
Yeah, I mean, and I remember putting a mark on the wall at 6'8". That's what I wanted to be, and I remember putting a marker. I took a tape measure.
6 foot.
Yeah, like you have a higher chance of being tall and being good
That's
at
really
basketball.
tall.
I was decent at basketball, but like I needed to be at least tall. Anyways, that never happened. So my future, you know, job I always wanted was that, and I ended up becoming a railroader. It's all good.
All right. So what is your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby would have to be,
Two, because let's be
I would say
realistic. 2.
working out with my wife.
Oh.
It's my number 1 hobby. And also spending time with my kids, I would say. That's my new hobby. If I were to choose things, it would be exercising and, of course, spending time with family.
Okay. I would thought you would have said like preaching.
Well, I do like preaching the word. I do like ministering the Bible and stuff. Yeah, I do like that. And you know what? Going back to what I like to do, that's actually what my passion is. But realistically, that doesn't pay the bills. When you got to feed 8 mouths, you kind of need a good paying
10.
job.
You mean
10 mouths. So,
Plus a dog.
yeah.
All
11
right.
mouths. So how about, is it your turn now? Or
No, a couple
how about
more.
you
Couple
ask
more.
a question and then we ask the same
Okay.
question to you?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so what's your...
Circle back around?
Yeah, so
Okay,
where do we
so,
start? You asked me, okay, so you're 36.
I'm 36.
All right.
My name is Natasha.
Natasha. You have how many kids?
8.
8 kids.
4 boys, 4 girls.
And you...
Did I always want a big family?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, but I didn't think it was going to be 8. Definitely didn't think that. Maybe I thought 5, maybe.
Yeah, 8's a big number.
I think when we got to 5, we were like, high five, we're done. And then number 6,
Yep.
7, and 8 came.
Yeah, pretty quickly.
Literally, we had 3 under 3 years, people.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of work on my body.
It took a toll on my body.
I mean, this factory is shut down.
Yeah, we had to close it down. So, but yeah, okay. So, if you were to have one dream job, what would it be? But you always wanted to be a parent, right?
I'm a people person,
Yeah.
so this is actually always what I wanted to do. I always wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be married. I didn't want a broken household. I wanted so I have it. But if I could have like a dream job, it'd have to be with people.
YouTuber?
I could never be even then, no, I would have to be with people. So I would say it'd have to be something creative because I'm very creative.
Creating YouTube videos is
Maybe
not easy.
Maybe like a movie director or something.
Okay.
Like, I mean, even like doing stunts sounded kind of cool to me.
Really?
Yes.
I never knew this stuff here.
Yeah.
Crazy. Really?
Surprise. Anyways,
I didn't know that.
something like that, like just something where I'm active. Like
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed sports.
Well, you are physically fit, and you're definitely not the average mom who has 8 kids and still has a decent 4-pack, almost a 6-pack.
Not
like,
quite.
it's crazy
not,
how
I
what
think you're
shape
looking
she's
at
in.
6-pack of rolls right now.
Yeah, we're actually in the gym. This is where she lives here. Well,
I
you
don't
know,
live here.
yeah.
I mean, I live here, but I don't.
You live in this gym sometimes, and I think that's what keeps you in good
Yeah,
shape.
but it's working out. So now talking about that, like working out is for my mental
Hobby.
health. It's a hobby. I love it. I could never go backwards. When I can't do it, you can tell by my personality that I literally just need to get into the gym and work out.
Well, endorphins,
Maybe a little country road driving with a coffee or a tea with some country music on will do the job too. But working out and lifting weights.
Everybody can use a good drive. Yeah.
Yeah, lifting weights is where it's at for me. I love it. And I didn't lift weights till I met this guy. I just was like a runner. You'd see me doing my ab crunches, the bicycle ones, something like that.
Yeah.
But
I think exercising would be good for everybody, for mental health, depression, anxiety, just all kinds of stuff.
all of life brings you, you wear it on your shoulders
Yeah,
and
stress.
you're like carrying it around. But when you get into the gym, it's like you're taking one, chain off at a time of like, oh, I don't have to think of that. I don't have to deal with that.
Right. Exactly.
At that moment.
Well, in the gym, you really stress your body out with like cortisol, and you really stress it. So when you get into the
We
real
don't like
world,
working
you have
out, do
less
we?
stress. Huh?
We don't like working out.
We don't?
No.
Oh, wait, what?
We keep talking. I'm sorry. We got
Okay,
off.
well, okay, so
Let's talk about
that's our
something else.
passion. You see, that's one thing we can talk about.
that's a hobby.
Because you're getting to know us right now, and that's a huge passion, is exercising. It's what we do. It's who we are. So, because people ask you all the time on your comments, well, how do you do it? Or she'll go to a store and they'll
When
say,
I'm out.
how many kids do you have? Oh my God, This is crazy.
I can't do it with 2. I can't do it with 3. And listen, I feel that way sometimes too. But
like
you don't have a choice. Like
physically, you are. You know, it's not normal to look the way you do, as good as you do, having 8 kids. It's crazy.
But
you can say thank you to me because I was your personal trainer.
Thank you very much.
Taught you everything.
Thank you very much.
So, all right. So we know your hobbies, we know your passion, we know what you might have liked to do when as a future job. But I have a question about.
Also,
I have another question up my sleeve,
ahead.
but go ahead.
Go ahead, up your sleeve. You don't have sleeves on.
Under my armpit. I gotta. So
you don't have sleeves on.
What would with YouTubing? Because you're a YouTuber. Face it, you're a YouTuber. A lot of people follow you.
If you know where the word YouTube came from, I feel like I'm at the water park and I need to get one of those tubes. It's like you get a tube and I get a tube. Let's go tubing.
YouTube, I tube, everybody tube.
Everybody tube. It's like with Dan Cook. Everybody gets a humpback whale. You get a humpback whale. Anyways, sorry.
All right. Well,
it's the Oprah Winfrey thing. You know, you get a car, you get a car.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so YouTubing, you're goofy. YouTubing, what is your future goals with YouTubing? Because it is your full-time job on top of your full-time parenting job, and it's a lot to juggle with recording and editing. You do it all. You edit, you record, you film, you're in the store, you're out of the store, you're doing voiceovers, you do it all.
You know what's interesting?
How do you juggle the YouTube life?
That's my dream job, is like directing, and here I am I just now
that's why I was saying as you were talking about it,
but I'm thinking about how lonely it can be though. Like I'm not like with a bunch of people like you.
I know you're talking to a little green light on this iPhone, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this, edit it, put it out, and then thousands, maybe even millions of people can see this. It's crazy.
I'm gonna let you edit this one.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on a minute. I used to edit her videos, and she's like,
I'm gonna see how this. If he makes you sick, it's not my fault. He likes to do these.
Yeah, sound effects.
No, just even moving.
Yeah, I think we're gonna just keep it raw and unedited. Maybe a little intro and outro, but I think we'll just keep it the way it is. Anyways, okay, so YouTubing, your future goals. What would be your future goals with YouTubing?
Now I can't get that out of my head. I want to go get a tube. All right, so future goals.
Because you do a lot.
Well, I do ask the people what they want, and I think that's important, even with.
So connection, you want to grow a deeper connection with your subscribers.
Ultimately be authentic as possible of who I really am. Because I can't fake it. Like, even though like you see in the movie, you get, faking and this and that. Let's think long-term here. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
One person can only fake it so much.
Right.
You're either who you say you are or you're not.
People are gonna want who
now,
you
I'm not
are.
gonna share if I have a meltdown because I had a bad day and,
I think
whatever.
Even then,
like
sometimes it's.
Well, I think there's balance.
Good. Yeah.
Balance is everything. But what I'm saying is like, well, yeah, and I think we all need to be encouraged. We all can share like the bad days, the good days, but ultimately, I'm just going to be who I am, who the Lord created me to be.
Right.
And so long term, I love doing hauls because I actually started watching. Some people on YouTube.
Who do you follow? I guess I could
Jay Morrell, Stewart, My Tribe of Many, Sarah. And so like those were my main two, my OG girls,
Who was that one lady? She got like 800,000 subscribers. You reached out to her. She told you to email her and stuff.
Hillbilly Kitchen.
Hillbilly Kitchen, yeah.
Sorry. Yes, but what I'm saying is Jay Morrell and Sarah, they have large families. And so I started watching Jay Morrell mainly first, and I had like 5 kids at the time. And I was just so intrigued with, learning about bulk shopping, how to do freezer cooking meals. See, I grew up with a mom that she made good meals, but I never thought about freezer cooking or meal prepping or large quantities. Like my mom had 6 kids. My older sister and I were older. Then my mom started over with 4. So it was like in my brain, I was like, I don't know, like we cooked in large quantities, but not like that. And the kids were younger. So maybe as they got older, my mom cooked more, obviously, because they eat more. But I'm living in a different dynamic because I have 8, like basically back to back. So I'm like legit living it all, whereas my mom had 2 and they were teenagers and then started over and had 4 more. So different, I mean, she had 6, but different dynamic, you know? So anyways.
So YouTube and the inspiration and growing with your followers, you want to be able to be authentic, like you said, and lead them and with authenticity. And you've got your inspiration by Jamarel and My Tribe of Many, really.
Yeah, because they're very God-fearing women and very encouraging. And there's a lot of great YouTubers out there, don't get me wrong, but
why did you go to them?
I was just
originally
drawn to them. I don't know.
I think I know that answer. I was hoping you'd bring it up, but I guess I'll bring it up. I think you had lack of help for many years. I mean, really, you parents weren't there.
Mom figures, because they're a little bit
older. You're looking for a mom
me.
figure, right? And I think that's.
I get along. I would
think
have
about
this, not that I don't get along with younger women. I think I get more along. I think I have like an old soul, basically. Yeah. Like I just love like my 94-year-old grandma. That's not even blood. It's my stepdad's mom.
Right.
I could just look at her for days and just listen to her talk. I don't physically have the time now with how busy I am, but like she's just I just love the connection, and I don't know, I'm drawn to.
So you were looking for a mother figure type, and you found them on YouTube, and I think your inspiration now is turning around where you're going to be the inspiration for other mothers who don't have that help or need that they need, and you could be that help and stuff like you needed. I think that's what's happening with her now, with you, is you're starting to be more giving back, like you've received from these other YouTubers who've helped you. You know what I mean? Because you needed help on learning how to cook, how to properly organize, how to clean and shop in bulk and meal prep, and you got all those ideas from them, which is kind of cool. I was at work working long hours, and you're at home watching Jamarel and My Tribe of Many, learning all these cool tricks to the trade, and now you're doing it for other people now. I think that's pretty cool. I think you're returning the favor.
It was nice because, I don't have the extra help from my parents or help at all. I don't have help from my parents.
That was a big struggle for many years for us. No help at all. And my parents are deceased, both of them. And
when you look at the dynamic of, we could get help outside wise, it's just really hard to find people that are willing to help, that you can trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I don't just leave my babies with anybody. Like, they are my world. Right. And so I'm learning to do things different than I did growing up. Like, I want to raise my kids to know we are there for them through thick and thin. We can have an argument, but if life brings a trouble, just because we're in an argument, don't you dare not call me.
Right, yeah.
We are there.
So,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
The bond is supposed to be there. And I don't believe in saying you expect. I think they should expect. It's actually a compliment to me when my kids expect me to do something or to be there for them. I'm like, that's right. I'm your mama. I'm supposed to be there for you. So
that's how God wants us to be.
To expect things from Him, right?
So He wants us to know that He's there for us.
That we can count on Him.
That we can trust in Him. As a parent, you should have that relationship where the kids know they can come and count on you in anything. So you never really had that you did, but throughout the years it got harder and you didn't really have that. So I think you got that from YouTubers, and thank God for them.
Oh, I melt every time I see those families just pulling it together and
Yeah.
they're going through hardships, but they're pulling it together like I believe the Lord would
Yeah.
want us to. Because if you think about the Lord, he's not mad at us. Like if we've done something wrong to the Lord, right? Like if we've sinned,
Yeah.
he's not like, oh, don't come to me
Right.
today.
The prodigal
I'm
son.
holding that over your head. No, he's like, come to me.
Right.
I still love you.
Right.
I still want you. I still want the best for you. I'm here for you.
Right.
So it's like when I look at the Lord's love, I see love so differently. And so I also, you know, we've learned through the years, like where we spend our time and where we dedicate our time or what we don't do. And it's not like you don't love certain people, you still love them. God's love is so different.
Yeah.
So it's like we can't compare our love to what God feels, but I'm so thankful that his love is different because
that's right.
if I didn't have God's love, I would probably not be here because the enemy is such a liar where he would probably have made me take my life or something, because people can be cruel and make you feel so hopeless and alone during like the hardest times of your life. And you're just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? But if you go to God, he will reassure you, like you are so loved and chosen, you are accepted, you are cared for. There is no question. And so, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got there on that.
Well, this is
That's a touchy subject.
Okay, so what other questions do I have for you? Do you have any? I think it's my turn now. Any questions for me? And then I will turn it around on you. So
Okay.
whatever you ask me, I'm going to ask you. Make it easy.
It's kind of like a Q&A, but it's kind of like a Q&A getting to know us.
Yeah, get to know us as a married couple type thing. You could think of a title later.
Okay.
But we wanted to come on here and just kind of have a discussion and just talk. The next time we should go live and get some interaction.
Give us a little backstory about you and your childhood and where you've came from.
Wow.
It's a lot, but we can sum it up a teeny bit.
I'll need a box of tissue. I'm just kidding.
You want my hair?
Just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
It's like in the Bible, it dried his feet.
I'm just kidding.
with her
So,
hair.
I'm just kidding. Well, okay, so my dad passed away. I mean, we'll start with the doom and gloom. I mean, it all started at a young age, really. And it's not funny, but
For both of us, we both have
very similar upbringing. So my dad passed when I was 1. My mom was single parent. And just throughout the years, you know, she raised me the best she could, but
how did your dad pass away?
he was murdered. He was shot and killed when I was 1. It was a drug deal pretty much gone bad.
And they set the house on fire.
Set the house on fire, and that's a whole other subject. But yeah, so he passed away. My mom had to take over, and she did the best she could, but she struggled with pain medication. She was addicted to pain medication. So, you know, I had to go through that my whole life, growing up and in and out of different schools because she couldn't hold the job, because she couldn't, you know, make it to work on time because she was high on pills. And just, this is going a little depressing. I didn't want to do all this, but really, it just was a tough bringing up, you know. And then eventually, I grew up. I moved out at 18, made some bad decisions, moved in with my aunt and uncle. My aunt and uncle made me go to church and got me back in shape, and as far as getting my life back in line. And I met her, got married, had a bunch of kids, got a good job, went back to school to be an electrician. I had to get my GED, and all that. You know, we all make mistakes, and, you know, fortunately, I met Natasha, not unfortunately. Fortunately, I met Natasha.
I might need this.
I'm so sorry I said that. Just kidding. But fortunately, I met her because she really straightened me out. Because I was wasn't so bad. I wasn't that bad.
It sounds bizarre.
Right?
Straightened you
I was
out?
straight as a, listen, I was
You're not straight?
Totally straight. Ain't no crooked here, buddy. I was straight.
Hey.
No, it's not.
You have to edit this
Yeah,
part.
no. We'll keep this. It's funny. So totally straight. Met her and got me, I guess, more straight. I'm just kidding.
This is so weird. How are you gonna you gotta cut this off?
No, we're not cutting it out. This is so funny. So
terrible.
listen, here we go. Got married, and I remember when we got married, and I was working at the church for $8 an hour or something. No, I was at the church yet.
You're making like $7.25.
I don't know. And then then I got another
I was
job.
making 13 at the time.
You were making more than me. She was paying for everything, and the tables definitely turned. I can tell you that. But now she's working with YouTube. It takes work to film and edit, and praise the Lord, you can do this though to help our family and help other people. So, anyways, we got I got married, went back to school to be an electrician after 3 kids.
I was pregnant with the third.
She was pregnant with the 3rd kid, and I had to go to work, and right after work, go straight to school 5 days a week for 9 months, and I got my electrical degree, and eventually got in the field, got a decent job, and been railroading for 10 years now, or a little bit more, and yeah, the Lord has been taking care of us. Hey, I always say if it's the Lord's will, it's the Lord's bill, and I believe God had a plan, and He has provided according to that plan. So that's my story. I'm sticking with it.
All right.
Yeah. So that's me. So then now they know me and everything about me, and they know a lot about you. And I say we read a scripture.
They don't know about me. I didn't get to say.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh, you didn't say any of that stuff. Okay. Well, let me get this right. Let me hear your life story.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be a sandwich. I'm just kidding.
All right, come on.
All right, here we go. Get ready. This is a very touching. Yeah, this is good though. People could be really honestly touched by hearing your story.
All right, so I grew up with my mom and dad, but my dad was, now me and my sister have different dads, but my sister didn't know that at the time. I don't think she found out that she had a different dad until she was like 8 years old or something, and then he kind of came into the picture, and that was kind of heartbreaking for our family. So, meaning for my sister and I, because we thought we had the same dad. But anyways, my dad was a good dad technically till I was like maybe 4 or 5. But again, I don't remember anything. I was so little. But at that point, he was just like, he's always been a hard worker, but in and out of jail my whole life. And so I think my mom and him were married like 11 years, and then they got a divorce. And then right before my dad got out again. And so, again, I don't know how many times. I think if he was to go back in, it's like habitual offender or something they call it. So then like he'd be in for life, something like that.
Can't mess up anymore.
So anywho, to say the least, my mom got remarried to my stepdad, and then they started a family. And so I was like 13 when my mom started over and had 4 more kids. And then when I was like 18, you know, I think when you grow up in a family, sometimes you can feel like you belong, and then sometimes you don't feel like you belong. And I had a really good mom growing up. Like, she worked hard for us. She was a CNA at the hospital, and you know, we went on vacations. She like really was good with like her money. I don't think we ever like went toy shopping or things like that, like brand new for clothes or anything like that. It was like all thrift store, which there's nothing wrong with that. She always provided what we needed, and we lived, you know, the best that we could with what we could have. And so anywho, so my mom worked a lot, and so she wasn't home a lot. I lived with my grandpa. So then again, she got remarried and started over with a family. So at 18, I moved out. I was a senior in high school, and I was actually going to school to become a CNA as a senior in high school. So I did all that, and I was out for like half of my school year, so I don't remember like time frame wise, but I didn't live at home for reasonings. And then I came back right in the middle of my school year, and then I graduated in '07, and I just was just so depressed. And again, I just didn't feel like I belonged. There's just something about when you're a person, you want to belong somewhere. And when you don't belong, you want to get away. And it didn't mean like I hated my mom or my stepdad. Like, I didn't hate them. I just needed to get out. You know what I mean? And also to like experience a little bit of life. Like, I felt like I wasn't really living.
Yeah.
And like, again, I'm an outgoing person, so like I needed to be around people and socialize and all these things. And so then I moved to, was it South Bend? Yeah, South Bend. And I lived there with my aunt for like a year, got my own apartment with my roommate. And then I lived there for like 2 or 3 years, I can't remember. And so then I moved back, and then basically met this guy. And so, but we're gonna get into how we met in a second.
Yeah.
But so I met this guy, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, for sure.
Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Oh, I thought you were gonna grab my
No, you're right, babe. Really?
I was like, what are you
Easy,
doing?
Tiger.
You're
All right.
easy. You are easy.
So you met me, and then what was your first? Okay, here, let's get to you and I here. When you
all right,
first,
so how we met?
How do we not hook up? But how do we get together? How do we meet? Because we have already known each other for years. In the church.
So again, so we both grew up at the same church, and I always followed him around.
I wanted you to say that. She had a big crush on me.
Little redhead.
And
I mean, my hair was like
little
bright
redhead. You were.
orange.
She was really tall then.
No, I was little.
No.
I was like 5 following you, or 6 or 7. Like, I followed you when I was that
Really?
little.
Wow. And I didn't even recognize
You were so cute.
So how about, but as we
Except
got
I didn't
older,
like when you dyed your hair that blonde.
I would dye it like super blonde. I was doing the Backstreet Boy thing, and I was trying to be like NSYNC and all
Yeah,
that
but your
stuff.
hair just went.
Yeah, I didn't have like
Anyways.
I'm Hispanic and Italian, so my hair's like. So, but yeah, she would follow me around everywhere as we got older.
And then eventually I didn't, because then I started dating someone, and I was dating
and I was
for
like,
like
wait,
3
why is
years.
this girl not following me around anymore?
Yeah, you didn't care. You didn't even notice.
But anyways, I reached out to you on, was it Facebook? Or
No, I reached out to you.
I seen you at Target. I used to work at Target, and then you came to Target, and I was like, man, who's this pretty girl, you know? And then I didn't get your number. I was like, man, I was too scared.
I wasn't allowed to date then anyways.
I know, but I was so mad I didn't get your number. You know, I wish I would have used a pickup line like, hey, girl,
Yeah, you got none, see?
I don't even have any pickup lines, but
I picked you up.
I reached out to you on Facebook.
No, I messaged you.
No,
I said, yes, I did.
Did you?
I friend requested you.
Okay,
I
it was the friend request that got me, that initiated.
And then
I said, hey, we should hang out sometime. And then she didn't wait but 30 seconds and replied, hey, let's get together. Just kidding.
Yeah, but then he never did anything.
I didn't?
No.
Well, I was broke too. I didn't have any money. I had to figure out, okay, how am I going to scrape up some pennies to take her to the movies?
You did it. You scraped up your pennies and bought your whole new outfit, and I paid for my movie.
Yeah, that's true. I was so broke I couldn't pay attention, so I had to I scraped up some pennies, went to Hollister, got a little outfit. You know what I mean? Then we went.
No, you went to Aeropostale. It was all Aero.
Oh, that's right. It was cheaper. It was Aeropostale. I wish it was Hollister. You're right.
No, you would have wanted Abercrombie like this.
Oh man, that's just so true. It was Aeropostale too. That's
I know, you still got the shirt.
Oh man.
It has like a bumblebee on it here. Anyways,
Anyways, so we hooked up and we got married like 6 months later, right?
9 months later.
Really? Okay, that's right. Yeah. So 9 months later we got married, and then 14 years later, or is it more than that? Are we 14 years together or married, or?
No, we're 14 years together.
14 years together.
This December will be 14 years married.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
But we got pregnant 6 months being together.
And it's just been a journey. Good times and bad times. We had a lot of life and a lot of death, a lot of ups and downs. all
A lot of
around.
jobs.
A lot of layoff. I've been laid off 3 times. We've been through the struggle. So if you guys are going through a struggle, you can get through it too. You know.
Oh, God's always there. I mean, that's another one. So we're going to do, I think, a live maybe tomorrow with you guys on, if you want to hear this on, we'll post it ahead of time. So if this video comes out, then.
Yeah, just give a warning on the community post and we'll do a live chat on something.
Well, no, I wanted to do it on how God shows up.
Yeah, right.
Because I think we can all testify that God has shown up. And if you can't, I guarantee if you think long enough, you'll see when he showed up. Whether it's someone helped you change a flat tire on the side of the road.
He always provides a way out of the struggle. It's just a matter of trusting in him and the
But sometimes you also have to do a little bit of the work.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Without works, you know.
Faith without works is dead. That's right. You gotta do some sort of action. You go and God will show.
Yeah. All right. Anything
I would
else?
say that would wrap up a good Q&A. I mean, we done gave our marriage. We done gave a lot about me, a lot about you. A lot of tears were shed. This was fun.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for listening to this Q&A. Get to know us. If you like this video, again, please give this a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you'd like to see us in another video and give us an idea. We would love to do another video together. So until next time, you are God's best. And we will see you really soon with a brand new video. Bye, guys.